In class, okay, in mathematics. I hope boys and girls, you enjoyed our lesson yesterday. Okay, so yesterday, boys and girls, in mathematics, we looked at how to express a given ratio in its lowest terms. We looked at how to express a given ratio in its lowest terms. So I believe, boys and girls, you enjoyed our yesterday's lesson. Okay, so boys and girls, if you have got any question, the SMS line that you're going to use is 0970-703139. If you have got any questions, you can SMS me using 0970-703139. You must also understand, boys and girls, that we have got GMF online classes on Facebook. So for those who want to be part and parcel of the classes on Facebook, you can contact the line on your screen for you to be part and parcel of the GMF online class. Okay, so boys and girls, in our today's lesson, we are looking at how we can solve problems involving ratio and direct proportion. How we can solve problems involving ratio and direct proportion. Okay, so under the subtopic, we are going to look at proportional methods. We are going to look at proportional methods. So boys and girls, let me give you this example. The ratio of girls to boys in a class. The ratio of boys to girls, the ratio of girls to boys, okay, the ratio of girls to boys in a class of 40 learners, okay, of 40 learners is 25 to 15, okay, or 25 to 15. All right, so boys and girls, this is just an example on the board. The ratio of girls to boys in a class of 40 learners is 25 to 15, or 25 to 15, like that. So meaning that the total number of the pupils in the class is 40. The total number of pupils in class is 40. And in the same class, we have got 15 who are boys, and we have got 25 who are girls. Okay, so boys and girls, we can write this ratio as 25 over 15. We can write the ratio as 25 over 15. Okay, so boys and girls, if we reduce this number to its lowest terms, it will mean that we are going to look for a number that can go in 25 and in 15 without leaving a remainder. We are going to look for a number that can go in 25 and in 15 without leaving a remainder. And that number, boys and girls, is 5. 5 into 25 is 5. 5 into 15 is 3. Okay, so boys and girls, it means that we have got 5 girls and 3 boys. We can write 5 over 3 as 5 to 3, meaning that we have got 5 girls to 3 boys in that class. Okay, so boys and girls, if we add this number, okay, 5 plus 3 will give us 8. So meaning that, boys and girls, we have got a total of 8 learners in that class. We have got a total of 8 learners in that class. Okay, so boys and girls, let's say if we can write this one as a fraction. So the total is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8, meaning that we can write as 5 over 8 for girls. Okay, 5 over 8 for girls, and then we can write 3 over 8 for boys. Okay, so the fraction for girls is 5/8 and the fraction for boys is 3/8. Now, boys and girls, if there are 80 learners in a group, okay, if there are 80 learners in a group, let's say if there are 80 learners, okay, if there are 80 learners in a group, okay, if there are 80 learners in a group, we know that 5/8 is for girls and 3/8 is for boys. So boys and girls, it means that for us to find the total number of girls among the 80 learners, we are going to do what? We are going to write 5/8 times 80. 5/8 times 80. Okay, so boys and girls, we know that we can divide 8 into 8, it's 1. 8 into 80, it's 8 into 8, it's 1. 8 into 0, it's 0. So the answer is 10. So 5 times 10 is 50. Therefore, we have 50 girls, okay? We have got 50 girls in that class of 80 learners. If we want to find the number for boys, then we are going to write 3/8 times 80, okay? 8 into 8, it's 1. 8 into 80, it's 10. 3 times 10 is 30. So in the group of 80 learners, it means that we have got 30 boys and 50 girls. We have got 30 boys and 50 girls. All right, so the boys and girls, let's go to our today's examples. Let's go to our today's examples. All right, I hope you are following. Please, for those who have got questions, you can SMS me using the line 0970703139. So our example says, number 1, use these ratios to divide 70 in proportion. Okay, to divide 70 in proportion. A, 1 to 4. B, 2 to 5. Okay, number 2, at a hospital. At a hospital, 6 girls are born for every 7 boys. Use proportional methods to find the number of girls and boys born if the total number of babies born 1 month was 52. Okay, let's go to number 3. Number 3 says 15 15 playing cards. 15 playing cards were given to Piri and Mwape. Were given to Piri and Mwape in the ratio 2 to 3. How many cards did each boy get? Number 4, 12 oranges. 12 oranges were shared between Carlos and Lenia in the ratio 5 to 2. Sorry, 5 to 1. Work out how many oranges each of them received. Okay. All right, so boys and girls, those are the questions. Those are the examples that we have. Okay. So, boys and girls, or if this is when you are joining us, okay, welcome to grade 6 class. We are looking at how to solve problems involving ratio and direct proportion. We are looking at how to solve problems involving ratio and direct proportion. I've just given an example on the board to say the ratio of girls to boys in a class of 40 learners is 25 to 15 or 25 to 15, like that. Okay, so I said you need to reduce the numbers to their lowest terms, of which 5 can go in 25, okay, 5 times, and 5 can go in 15 3 times. So the answer will be 5 to 5 over 3, or you can write it 5 to 3. Okay, so when you add the numbers, they'll give you 8. Okay, so when you add the numbers, they'll give you 8. So the total is 8. So meaning that we have got 5 over 8 girls, and then we have got 3 over 8 boys. Okay, so boys and girls, I gave you a scenario to say, for example, if there are 80 learners in a group, it means that it will be 5 over 8 times 80. 5 over 8 times 80, the answer is 50. Okay, 5 over 8 times 80, the answer is 50 girls. And 3 over 8 times 80, the answer is 30 boys. So in that class of 80 learners, it means that there will be 50 girls and 30 boys. Okay, so let's look at our examples, boys and girls. So the first example says, use these ratios to divide 70 in proportion. Use these ratios to divide 70 in proportion. A, 1 to 4. B, 2 to 5. Okay, so let's use these examples, which is 1A. Okay, so 1A we have got 1 to 4. I want you to follow, boys and girls, as I am solving the examples there. Okay, so 1 to 4, boys and girls, it means that we are going to add 1 plus 4 to find the total. And 1 plus 4 is 5. 1 plus 4, boys and girls, is 5. So when you add the ratios, they'll give us 5. Okay, now boys and girls, you must understand that the question says use these ratios to divide 70 in proportion. So we are going to use we are going to divide 70 in proportion. So the first question, the first proportion will be 1 over, we get this 5, we write 1 over 5 times 70. 1 over 5 times 70. Okay, so boys and girls, if you want, this one can write it as over 1. Okay, then you can divide 5 into 70. 5 into 5, it's 1. 5 into 7, it's 1. Remainder 2. 5 into 20, okay, there's a 2 there. 5 into 20, it's 4. All right, 5 into 20 is 4. So 1 times 14, boys and girls, the answer is 14. 1 times 14, the answer is 14. Okay, then we have got another one, which is 4 over 5 times 70. 4 over 5 times 70. All right, so boys and girls, you must understand that 5 and 5 can divide each other. 5 into 5, it's 1. 5 into 7, it's 1. Remainder 2. 5 into 20, it's 4. Okay, so boys and girls, if you multiply 4 times 14, what's the answer? 4 times 14. 4 times 4, the answer is 16. Carry 1. Okay, 4 times 1, it's 4. Plus 1, 5. Okay, so the answer, boys and girls, is 56. So boys and girls, if you add 56 plus 14, it must give us 70. So let's add together 56 plus 14. Okay, 6 plus 4, it's 10. 0, carry 1. 5 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7. It has given us 70, meaning that our answers are correct. Okay, so we've solved number 1A. Let's go to number 1B. Okay, we solved number 1B. Number 1B says we must solve 2 to 5. Okay, 2 to 5. So we must divide 70 in the ratio of 2 to 5. We must divide 70 in the ratio of 2 to 5. So what are we going to do, boys and girls? We are going to add 2 plus 5. Okay? 2 plus 5, boys and girls, is what? Is 7. The answer is 7. So from there, boys and girls, we can write 2 over 7. Okay? We can write 2 over 7 times 70. 2 over 7 times 70. Therefore, 7 into 7 is 1. 7 into 7 is 1. 7 into 0, it's 0. So 2 times 10, boys and girls, the answer is 20. So 2 times 10, it will give us 20. Then we go to 5 over 7 times 70. 5 over 7 times 70. So what are we going to do, boys and girls? We are going to multiply. Okay, so we can divide 7 there. 1. 7 into 7, it's 1. 7 into 0, it's 0. 5 times 10, it's 50. Okay, so boys and girls, if you add 20 plus 50, the answer will give us 70. The answer is 70. All right, so we've solved question 1A and B. We have solved question 1A and B. Let's go to number 2, boys and girls. So boys and girls, if you haven't understood, you can SMS me using 0970703139. Let's go to number 2. At a hospital, 6 girls are born for every 7 boys. At a hospital, 6 girls are born for every 7 boys. Use proportional methods to find the number of girls and boys born if the total number of babies born 1 month was 52. Okay, so boys and girls, we know that the proportion for girls and boys is 6 to 7, or the ratio is 6 to 7. Okay, so boys and girls, when we add 6 plus 7, 6 plus 7 is equals to 13. 6 plus 7 will give us 13. All right. So now, boys and girls, we know that 6 to 7 is our ratio. So what are we going to do? We are going to write 6 over 13 times, okay, times 52. Okay, equals, then we are going to write 7 over 13 times 52. Okay, so we are going to find answers for those 2 questions. We are going to find answers for those 2 questions. All right, so we have got 7 over 13 times 52. So boys and girls, you must understand that 13 into 13, it's 1. 13 into 52, it's 4. Okay, so boys and girls, you must understand that when you multiply 6 times 4, it will give us 24. 6 times 4 will give us 24. All right, so boys and girls, we also have got 7 over 13 times 52. We also have got 7 over 13 times 52. So 13 into 13 is 1. 13 into 52 is 4. So 7 times 4 will give us 28. 7 times 4 will give us 28. All right, so we've solved for number 2. Let's go to number 3, boys and girls. All right, let's go to number 3. Okay, so number 3 says 15 playing cards were given to Piri and Mwape in the ratio 2 to 3. 15 playing cards were given to Piri and Mwape in the ratio 2 to 3. How many cards did each boy get? How many cards did each boy get? Okay, so the ratio that we have, boys and girls, is 2 to 3. The ratio that we have is 2 to 3. So boys and girls, if you add 2 plus 3, will give us what? 2 plus 3, boys and girls, will give us 5. 2 plus 3 will give us 5. Therefore, what are we going to do? We are going to write 2 over 5 times 15. Okay? 2 over 5 times 15 equals, then again we are going to write 3 over 5 times 15 as well. Okay? So boys and girls, we are going to find answers there now. Okay, so boys and girls, we know that 5 into 5 it's 1. 5 into 15 it's 3. Okay, so 2 times 3 it is 6. 2 times 3 will give us 6. What about 3 over 5 times 15? 3 over 5, boys and girls, 5 into 5 it's 1. 5 into 15 it's 3. 5 into 5, it's 1. 5 into 15, it's 3. 3 times 3, boys and girls, is 9. So, boys and girls, if you add 9 plus 6, it will give us 15, meaning that our answers are correct. Meaning that our answers are correct. Let's go to number 4, boys and girls. I hope you are following. 12 oranges were shared between Carlos and Lenia in the ratio 5 to 1. 12 oranges were shared between Carlos and Lenia in the ratio 5 to 1. Work out how many oranges each of them received. So we have got the ratio of 5 to 1. Okay, so boys and girls, if we add 5 plus 1, 5 plus 1, boys and girls, will give us 6. 5 plus 1, boys and girls, will give us 6. So we are going to write our fractions as 5 over 6 times, okay, 5 times 6 times, 5 over 6 times 12 equals, then we have got 1 over 6 times 12. All right. So boys and girls, what is 5 over 6 times 12? What is 5 over 6 times 12? Okay. All right. So this one is 1 over 6 times 12. 1 over 6 times 12. All right. So boys and girls, if we want, we can divide. 6 into 6, it's 1. 6 into 12, it's 2. So 5 times 2 give us 10. 5 times 2 give us 10. 6 into 6, it's 1. 6 into 12, it's 2. 1 times 2 will give us 2. So boys and girls, if you add 10 plus 2, it will give us 12. 10 plus 2 will give us 12. So boys and girls, if you have got any questions, you can SMS me using the line 0970-703139. Remember, boys and girls, that our online classes on Facebook are still on. So please, for grade 8, grade 10 and 11, you can be part and parcel of those classes by contacting the lines that are on your screen. Okay, so boys and girls, let's move on to our last topic for today. Our last subtopic for today is unitary ratios. I hope you are done copying this side. Okay, so we are going to look at unitary ratios. Unitary ratios. Okay, I hope you are following, boys and girls. Unitary ratios. Okay, so boys and girls, you are free to participate by contacting the line that is on your screen. Okay, you can SMS using that line, and if you have got any question where you haven't understood, I'll be there to help you. Okay, so we are looking at using unitary ratios. Using unitary ratios. Okay, so an example. Okay, toilets have to be installed. In a new housing project. Okay, in a new housing project, a builder can install 102 toilets, okay, for 9,996 kwacha. What will be the cost? What will the cost be to install 588 toilets. Okay. So that's our question for today, boys and girls. All right, so our question, boys and girls, says toilets have to be installed in a new housing project. A builder can install 102 toilets for 9,996 kwacha. What will be the cost? What will be, okay, so there is a mistake, boys and girls. What will the cost be? What will the cost, okay, what will the cost be, okay, to install, okay, 588 toilets. All right, so toilets have to be installed in a new housing project. A builder can install 102 toilets for 9,996. What will the cost be to install 588 toilets? What will the cost be to install 588 toilets? So, boys and girls, we know to say that a builder can install 102 toilets for 9,996 kwacha. Okay, so if he wants to install 588 toilets, what are we going to do? Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do, boys and girls, is to find the cost for one toilet. We are going to find the cost for one toilet. All right, so what we are going to say, one toilet to 102. One toilet to 102 is equals to dash, okay, dash to 9,996 kwacha, because we don't know the total amount, okay, the total number of toilets that the builder can build for the cost of 9,996. Okay, so what are we going to do, boys and girls? We are going to divide 9,996 divided by 102. So 9,996 divided by 102. Okay, we are going to divide this number by 102. And the answer, boys and girls, which we are going to find is 98. So it means that the cost for one toilet is 98 kwacha. The cost for one toilet is 98 kwacha. So for us to find the cost for 588 toilets, we are going to multiply 98 kwacha times 588. Okay, we are going to multiply 98 kwacha times 588, and the answer that we are going to find is 57,000, okay, 624. All right, so meaning that the cost for 588 toilets, it is 57,624. All right, so boys and girls, I believe you've got questions by now. Okay, my SMS line is 0970-703139. All right, so let me just go through your SMSs if at all there are questions that you want to ask. All right, so as you are copying, let me get my phone and check your SMSs. Okay, so boys and girls, please Remember that our GMF online classes are on Facebook, okay? All right, so okay, so the first question says there are 40 learners. There are 40 learners. I believe you are referring to the first example that I gave you. Okay, so at first I said there were 40 learners. Now, what about if there will be 80 learners? Okay, what about if there will be 80 learners? So I said that if there will be 80 learners, it means that there will be 50 girls and there will be 30 boys. That's what I said. Okay, so the first example that I gave you was for 40 learners. All right. Okay, so the second one says, sorry sir, 70 yafumakwisa. Okay, 70. Let me check the 70 that you are talking about. Okay. All right. Okay. So I believe the 70 that you are talking about is this one. Okay. The 70 that you are talking about is this one. And in the example that I gave at first, I said it was example 1B. Okay. Example 1 says use these ratios to divide 70 in proportion. Use these ratios to divide 70 in proportion. So if I told you we are copying the examples, it means you know what I'm talking about. But if you are not copying the examples, it means that you are still behind. So the question says use these ratios to divide 70 in proportion. So we are dividing 70 in proportion, and the first one was 1 to 4. So we divided 70 in the ratio of 1 to 4, and this is how we divided it. Okay, so 70 was there in the question. So I said you add the ratios, which is 1 plus 4. 1 plus 4 gives us 5. Okay, so you write 1 over 5 times 70. Why? Because 70 was there in the question. So 1 times 5 into 5, it's 1. 5 into 70, it's 14. 1 times 14, it's 14. Then 4 over 5, okay, times 70, which is 5 into 5, it's 1. 5 into 70, it's 14. 4 times 70, it's 56. So the one who was asking about the question for 70 was there in the question. All right. And then this one says, how do you come up with that 98 kwacha? Show us. How do you come up with that 98 kwacha? Show us. All right. So someone wants me to show them, okay, how to come up with the 98 kwacha. All right. So boys and girls, this is 102. Okay. And I said we are supposed to divide 9996. All right. So boys and girls, 102 into 9, it can't. 102 into 9, it can't. 102 into 99, it can't as well. So 102 into 999, what are we going to do? Okay, so we can try. Okay, so in this case, we can write, maybe let's use 9 itself. So 102 times 9. Okay, so 9 times 2, it's 18, which is 8, carry 1. 9 times 0, it's 0, plus 1, it's 1. 1 times 9, it's 9. So it has given us 918. So we know that the answer there is a 918. So we can say 102 into 999, it goes how many times? It goes 9 times. 9 times 102, it is 918. All right, minus 9 minus 8, the answer is what? 1. Okay, 9 minus 8, the answer is 1. 9 minus 1, the answer is 8. 9 minus 1, the answer is 8. 9 minus 9, the answer is 0. So you don't try the 0. Okay, so how many times does 102 go in 81? It can't go there. So what do? You bring down 6. Okay, you bring down 6. So the answer becomes 816. Okay, it becomes 816. So how many times does 102 go in 816? Okay, so since we've already found 8 as the answer, we can say 102. Okay, so if you want, you can try or use 6, use 7, but since we've already found to say the answer is 8, we can use 8 itself for the sake of time. Okay, so times 8 times 2, the answer is 16. So 6 carry 1. 8 times 0, it's 0, plus 1, it's 1. 8 times 1, it's 8. So the answer is 816. Okay, so we know that 102 in 816, it will go 8 times. 8 times 102, it is 816. Okay, so 816 minus 816 will give us 0. Okay, it will give us 0. So this is how we have found the 98 kwacha. That's how we have found the 98 kwacha. I hope I've explained on how we have found the 98 kwacha. All right, so these are the only SMSs that we had for today. I believe I've answered your questions. For the one who asked about how we found the 98 kwacha, okay, you simply do long division and you'll find the 98 kwacha there. All right, and then the other one which asked about the 40 learners, I believe that this was when I was beginning the lesson. Okay, this is when I was beginning the lesson. I talked about the 40 learners. Now I changed to say, what about if there are 80 learners? Okay, so the other one said 70 Afumakwisa. So the one who asked about the 70, I've explained to say the 70 was there in the question. So if I told you we are following when I was reading, the 70 was there in the question. Okay, so boys and girls, we have our GMF online classes on Facebook. Okay, so for those who want to be part and parcel of the GMF online classes, you can contact the line that is scrolling on your screen and people will be there to help you. Okay, so boys and girls, until we meet tomorrow for another exciting class, this has been Mr. Darius Daka. Until next time, it's goodbye and God bless you.